Yo, what's going on, guys? This is AustinFFA-Luna. How you guys doing today? I have a great story for you guys today, but before I get into this, I would like to say thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers. You don't know how crazy that is. Seriously, like 1,000 people. You know how many people that is? That's 1,000. That's just so sick. I've been getting so many views and so much feedback from you guys, and I can't say how much I appreciate it. I love you guys so much. And if any of you have Xbox, add me. I have my gamer tag in the description all the time, and I'm always willing to play with you guys. So anyway, I have a great story for you guys today for 1K. Now, I actually do have a 1K special, but I'm not releasing it yet because it has to be worked on, and they're still recording for it and all that. But it's going to be good. I promise. It'll be great. So, anyway, guys, I saved a very good story for 1K, and it's called Smoking Weed at School and Getting Caught. Now, just before I start this, I always have to say this in my stories before I start them. Don't smoke weed at school, guys. It's not good. It is not good at all to do. So, anyway, guys, I'm just going to hop right into it. Actually, before I say this, you guys need to know what my school is like. So, it's shaped like a square. It has 2 floors, an elevator, and it's ran by... It's my school actually has a principal and an assistant principal, and the principal is a lesbian lady, and nothing against lesbians or gays. It's fine, but... she's just a bitch. That's all I can classify her as. She's a bitch. She actually told my friend one time when he got suspended that the reason that he causes trouble, or the reason that his grandma had a heart attack was because he causes so much trouble. And my friend actually spit on her for that. So, shout out to you, Tyler, for fucking ruining her day, because she's a bitch. So anyway, guys, I'm not saying to go against the man and be a little badasses, but my principal is a bitch, and if any of you went to my school, you would know exactly what I'm talking about. So anyway, I'm babbling here. Let's get to the story. So guys, I've been wanting to smoke in school for a very long time for some reason, and it just happened last year, and I don't know why I did. It's a stupid idea. So I went up to my friend and I was like, "Yo, man, I want to smoke. Do you know where we can go?" He goes, "Yeah, there's a janitor's closet by the left hall stairway." Now, the stairway is particularly known for the sex way because people used to go there and have sex behind the stairs because there's no cameras. Now, it's disgusting in my opinion. If you're going to fuck at school, you really should just leave school because that's gross. I walked in one time. I'm going up these stairs, right, to class. I was late for class. I'm going up these stairs, and I just hear some chick moaning behind the stairwell, and I immediately was like, "What the fuck, man?" Like, I yelled through the stairs. I was like, "What the fuck, man?" And let's just say I haven't seen them since. But so he's like, "Yeah, man, it's by these stairs, and there's no cameras over there, so no one's gonna see us going to the spot. And it's a very special spot. I don't show many people this, so please don't tell anyone." I'm like, "Yeah, man, your secret's safe with me. Let's go." So about second period came, and it was like 9 o'clock, and he went by my classroom and gave me the signal. So I came outside, and we are walking to these stairs, and he's like, "Now, man, before I warn you, you're gonna have to do some climbing to get to this spot." I was like, "Dude, it's a school. What do you mean I'm gonna have to do some climbing?" He's like, "Oh, you'll see." So we get to this spot. We get to this closet area by the stairs, and he just pops the door open, and we go in. Now, it wasn't even a janitor's closet. It was actually the room where they keep the dehumidifiers and where they keep the generator in case the power goes out, and the furnace. So we're chilling there, and I'm like, "So this is where we smoke?" He's like, "Yeah, but hold on." So he locks the door, goes over to the window and shuts the window, and then starts climbing up this shelf. Now, this shelf he had was set up like a ladder to the ceiling. The ceiling wasn't that high. It was like 10 feet off. Like, it was 10, 15 feet up. So he goes up to the ceiling and, like, grabs the way the ceiling is made. I'm sure you all have this. Like, basements have it. Offices have it. They're like these rectangle ceilings, and you can actually move the rectangles out of the ceiling, and you can go up there and do maintenance if you want. So my school runs a lot of the cords and the lights through that ceiling, and every classroom has it. So he moves the tile, and I see him move a cord out of the way, and then goes, "All right, man, come up." I'm like, "What? Come up?" He's like, "Come on, dude, get climbing." I was like, "What are you talking about?" So I go over and I start climbing up there, and I look in the way that my school has it. There's a red beam that goes throughout the whole building where it holds lights, and he cleared up this area for himself where you can sit up there with people and just toke on this red beam. So we're sitting on this beam in the ceiling, guys. Keep that in mind, in the ceiling. This was on the first floor, so like the second floor was right above our heads, like 5 feet above us. So I'm like, this is fucking crazy. Like we were sitting in the ceiling. It was crazy. I wish I could show you, but I can't. But maybe if I ever do an IRL video, I'll show you in my school and stuff and how it's set up. That way you can really get the full effect. So at this point, we are sitting in the ceiling and we are token up. Now we actually matched, and if you don't know what matching is, it's like he packs a bowl, I pack a bowl, he packs one, I pack one. That way it's an even 4. Smoking 4 bowls at school, guys, is not a good idea. There's a difference between getting lightly high and then getting full on stoned like you would be if you were alone out of school. So I smoked a fuckload. I mean a fuckload. Like, this was some dank indica. Like, it was probably one of the best weeds I've ever smoked, and I think it actually might have been sour diesel. And it reeked in that room. Like, the whole room, like, the window was shut and the door was closed, so that room was just, holy shit, man, it was reeking in there. So after about the 4 bowls were done, I put my weed away, he put his, and we were like, dude, let's get out of here. Now, guys, I have a phobia of heights. You don't understand it. I am so scared of heights. It's like my worst fear. And I actually had to go on the Empire State Building once on a trip, and that was horrible. I almost puked. But I have a few stories about heights that I don't like. So anyway, he climbs down, no problem. Me, on the other hand, I'm bugging out at this point. I'm like, dude, I can't climb. I'm too stoned. I'll fall. And guys, when you're high, I don't like. It's a pretty big buzzkill when I don't think you want to fall 10 to 15 feet and then possibly break something. So I start attempting to climb down the shelf. And the way it's set up, you have to hang from the ceiling and then drop your feet down onto the shelf. So when I drop, the shelf starts to move, and boom, it collapses, and I fall almost 10 feet to the ground. So I start freaking out when I'm falling. I'm like flailing my arms around, freaking out. So I fall, I hit the ground. I ended up being okay. My arms kind of broke my fall, and there was also some tarps laid out for like the generators and stuff at school. So I fell on those, thank God. Otherwise, I think I literally would have cracked my head open if my arms weren't there. So I get up and my friend's like, dude, I think someone heard you. I hear someone trying to open the door. And I'm like, yeah, you're lying. And then I turn around. Sure enough, it's like straight out of a horror movie. The doorknob's moving like someone's trying to get in. And I'm like, shit. All of a sudden, you hear keys start to jingle and you hear the lock turn. And I'm like, fuck, hide. So I dipped. I went behind the shelf that we climbed to get onto the ceiling, and I went under one of the tarps. Like, I covered myself in the tarp, and he was just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna get caught. So you hear the door open, and he goes, it smells weird in here. It smells weird in here. I know there's students back here. And he's with a security guard. So my friend is just like, yeah, it was me. I'm sorry. Guys, I felt so bad. Like, my friend, this kid is a brother to me. So you know what I did, guys? I hopped out of the tarp, and I was like, yep, it was me too. I was with him. I was back here. Blame us both. It was a school counselor who came in. It wasn't a principal. And he goes, really, Austin? You're gonna make me do this? Like, you're a good kid. So he escorted us up to the main office. There was a school cop there, so that was even better. The cop was like, empty your pockets right now. And here's what happened. When I dipped behind the tarp, smart old Austin ditched all of his paraphernalia. So all of my 2 bowls and my weed, which was like, I think it was like a gram. We both split a gram. And so that was back there. And I was like, okay, officer. So I took off my jacket. I took off my what's it called? My backpack. And I had a string bag in my backpack, and I dumped it all on the table. I was like, fucking search it, because I just felt so cool. I was like, yep, you're not gonna find shit. He's like, yeah, you think you're so confident. I know you're smoking. And he looks at me and my friend and grills us in the face. Now, I'm pretty freaked out by cops, guys. I really don't like being interrogated by police when I'm stony baloney. Shout out to Cody for that term. It's too badass. So he searched through our things. Didn't find anything in mine besides like an empty bag, which was wet, so he didn't know that there was anything in there before. But he did find my friend's stuff. So my friend got like 4 days OSS and like a 1 day ISS. And I think he actually had to go to Bridges too. And that kind of sucks. Bridges is like a program where you have to, it's like a separate school you have to go to for like a few months before you could come back to our school. It's basically like a halfway through the year expulsion. So I only got 4 days of OSS also, but I didn't have to go to Bridges. So I got off pretty easy. I mean, my mom didn't do too much. She knows I'm just a growing teen trying the new things. So anyway, guys, that's my story for today. If you enjoyed, drop a like, add it to your favorites, and thank you once again for 1,000 subs. My 1,000 sub video is coming soon. So guys, this has been AustinFFA-Luna.